Welcome to Denglisch Docs. Sometimes you feel sad, but you don't always know how to express it in English. The most direct way to express sadness is to say, I feel sad. You can also use the words low, down, or disheartened. It tells others that we're in low spirits, which means that we're not in the best of moods. Let's say your best friend John is sad about his divorce. You could say, sorry you're feeling so low, or sorry you're in such low spirits. You might add, I was so disheartened to hear about your divorce. When we say we're disheartened, we mean that we are truly saddened by a situation. Now, if someone were to ask you how John is feeling, you could say he's feeling down at the moment, or he's dispirited. If you want to convey a deeper sense of sadness, you could say he's distraught, which means very worried and upset. Or you could also say he's inconsolable, which means that he is not able to be comforted. Among friends and family, it would also be okay to say that John is miserable. He's moping around, he's out of sorts, he's bummed out. Moping around means he's sluggish and gloomy. Out of sorts means he's run down, not himself, or even despondent, which means hopeless. And bummed or bummed out generally means that someone is disappointed about something. In American culture, we commonly refer to the color blue when talking about feeling sad. For example, you could say, I have the blues, or I'm feeling blue since I lost my job. You can also say, I've been down in the dumps since I lost my job. When we say we're blue or in the dumps, it tells others that we feel low or depressed. While people may say I feel depressed to express mild forms of sadness, be careful, because the word depressed also refers to depression, which is a recognized mood disorder. Due to this fact, it's best only to use depressed when talking about serious bouts of sadness. For example, we're concerned about John's mental health because he's been depressed since his wife left a year ago. Some Americans also say, I'm feeling under the weather to express sadness. However, this phrase is more commonly associated with physical feelings of illness. Because of this, it's better to say, I'm feeling melancholy. The word melancholy refers to a feeling of sadness that typically has no obvious reason or cause. It basically means that you feel blah, which is a word we use with friends and family to say we're not happy or motivated. We say blah when we can't quite describe what type of sadness we're feeling. For instance, you would say, I don't know why, but I'm feeling blah today. When we've moved away and we're sad because we miss our friends or loved ones, we say we're homesick. When a friend or family member or child looks sad, you can ask, why the long face? Why such a long face? Or why so down in the mouth? Americans over 60 might also ask, why are you so long in the tooth? All of the questions mean, why do you look so sad? When you want to ask someone else if they feel sad or why they feel sad, you can ask, you don't seem to be yourself today. Is there anything the matter? This is the same as asking, is there anything wrong? Among friends, you can ask, you seem sad. What's up? When you want to encourage a really close friend to stop being sad in a somewhat sarcastic and playful way, you can say, get over it, man, or you'll live, or it's not the end of the world. If someone tells you sad news, you can say, my heart sinks to hear that, or my heart just sank when I heard about what happened. You also might say, I was grieved by the news. These expressions can be used at home and in the workplace because they convey sadness and empathy in a respectful way. The ability to express such emotions, like sadness, is important because it enables us to better understand one another in any language. Hopefully, the words and expressions you've learned today help you along the way.
We out like that. We'll be back.